And welcome back, my lovelies. Today's video we're actually going to be doing a cake. For this we're going to need the basic, like a proper cake this time, not a cake mug thing. This time, basic ingredients: sugar, baking powder, flour, and water, of course. Then I'm going to be using a bit of lemon essence and blueberries, and then for the icing I'm actually going to do it out of passion fruit. Cool. So general rule about making a cake or any sort of flour based product is you want to mix the dry ingredients first and separately from the wet ingredients. So let's do that. So I'm going to be doing 2 cups of flour. And then with the baking powder, general rule, you're meant to do 1 teaspoon of baking powder per cup of flour. So 1, 2, but I'm going to be doing 3 because I'm going to make it a very wet mixture. Yeah, and then probably about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of sugar, I reckon. Yep, that should hopefully do for the sweetness. Cool, so now I've got a cup of cold water. Yeah, I actually can use that at times. Just going to add that in, and honestly, you just need to give it a good old mix. This will take 2 hands. And at that, not enough water, so I'm going to add another cup and mix it up. Alright, and with it kind of mixed up, I'm going to add 2 capfuls of the lemon flavouring, and I'm going to add it slightly less than a cup, but these blueberries are frozen, so yeah. And then in the cake dish I'm going to be using, I actually just want to line the bottom with blueberries, just so that when it does cook there'll be a layer of blueberries that ends up on the top. You know, you just spread that out evenly. I've got to work on my framing. Cool, get it all like that, mix it up thoroughly. Sweet as, and with that, now we're just going to pour in the cake batter. Hopefully, yeah, there should be enough. More than enough. Right, you're going to have to scrape out the last bits with the spoon, and that takes 2 hands. So I'll do that. Cool, and with it all mixed together nicely, there'll be time for the mini oven. For the oven, I've got that already preheated at about 200 odd degrees. Going to take down to 30, make it 40 minutes. And there it is, gonna be start cooking away, middle rack. So yeah, fill your old bowl with water, and they'll just make it super easy to clean later. And now it's time to make the icing for the cake. Yeah, the ingredients I'll be using for this now: icing sugar, the passion fruit cubes, and margarine and hot water. Alright, cool. So to start off with, I'm going to do about 2 to 3 passion fruit worth of the cubes. So that, it's like 2 to 3 cubes per passion fruit, so I'll toss in 9. I might also want to add, well, now that I've added them, I also add about 2/3 to a tablespoon worth of margarine. And now I'm going to be doing about a 1/2 cup of hot water. This will just let all the passion fruit cubes melt. And yeah, using a potato masher, I'm just going to mash it up until it's more of a yeah. Yep. Just going to have to keep mashing that up to really break everything apart, get everything thawed out. I'll get back to you. So yeah, the frozen passion fruit cubes, yeah, you can see the margarine, it's kind of still solid. It made everything too cold, so I've just created a basic hot water bath. just hot water into a pot and then put the bowl in that. And that should reheat everything, but just gently reheat it. And it should cause everything to melt back in a moment. Why is the margarine like so solidifying like that? That's weird. So yeah, it was taking a while. So I've just put it on the stove to keep the heat on, make it fully heat up. Just want all the margarine to melt. Yeah, right, cool. So that's about all that. Well, it's pretty much melted up enough. Those are just, they're not melting very easy. Anyway, time to add icing sugar. How much should I add? Like a cup worth, I think. Come on. Maybe, there we go. And yeah, now it's just another case of mixing it in. Everything just gets mixed together. And it should solidify. I think I've actually got too much water. I should have added the icing sugar first. Yep. Yeah. Okay, this is still super runny. Just keep mixing, add a bit more icing sugar. Because that stuff is like actual just sugar. Just, yeah. Cane sugar and maize starch. Okay, cornstarch. Okay. That's what icing sugar is. I just looked at the ingredients. Right, and with the cake, if you're not sure how well done it is, you just get a knife and poke into it, and if it comes out wet with batter still on like that did, it's not cooked yet. If the knife comes out dry with only batter on, it's cooked. Cool, been another 10-15 minutes, and it's looking a lot more brown. It's very solid on the outside, and on the inside, yeah, it looks hopefully cooked enough, I hope. Alright, turn things off and take it out. Yeah, so that's the cake. It's billowed out quite a bit there, as you can see. I probably had the oven up too hot to start with, and it formed a bit of a crust, and that sort of stopped things from being able to try and expand out as it needed. Alright, can I... Freaking hot. Let's get it on the plate. It might need to cool down a little bit. Alright, come on. I'll be back in half a second. So yeah, I think you can see all the steam coming off. That's kind of the cake in its finished state. I know it looks kind of ugly, but yep. Okay, the icing is very, very liquid, but that should do. Yeah, there's still a lot of cake bits in there, so I'll probably just pluck them out, put them in the center. And that'll be all for this video. Hope you enjoyed me actually making a cake. Bye.